Welcome back, everybody. Holy crap.
Hello.
It feels like it's been so long, even though it's only been
Feels
one
like it's
extra
been
week.
feels like it's been at least 2 weeks since we've been here.
At the very
At least
minimum, 2 weeks. I'm so happy to be back. I have missed you all so much. How are you all doing?
Well, I feel left out because I don't have a unicorn hat or a onesie, so
That's why we have multiple unicorns to spread the joy. And who knows, maybe a unicorn will grace your presence today.
yay!
Unicorn Haggard!
If it's a unicorn, it will be this one
Unicorn!
with the chainsaw. So, well, I guess we'll jump on in, see where we are. Last time we met, you made your way through this fortress, this tower of giant proportions, where you saw a massive door at the end that had 4 symbols, 4 passages written on it. And you were able to break down those passages into what they meant, and you saw that each passage was linked to a smaller door on essentially the cardinal points of the room. And it seemed that upon going through one of these cardinal doors, you are teleported, sadly, only like a mile away. And you are given a trial to overcome, essentially, as what the people who live there call Lady Lilith's emissaries. So far, you have gone through 3, the last one being the most dangerous, as I believe 2 of you fell unconscious, as the endurance portion became much more difficult than you expected.
I find it super entertaining that the 2 Rogadine are the ones who failed that, because we're all like, oh, we're so buff and strong and constitutional.
Yeah.
And the child is
Well-
like, ooh, this is fun.
Right?
If
Walk
you,
it off.
if you listen to me like 3 months ago when I said pack your warm underwear, like you would be warm now, but you just never listened. It was
I
foreseen.
did
It
though.
was
I
foreseen.
did for like two months and 3 weeks. I carried extra underwear, like the long underwear, with me, and then I was just done. I was like, obviously he's wrong, and now here we are.
Now here we are.
You have been teleported back where Rachel, at some point, became frozen, not encased in ice, mind you, but seemingly transmuted into ice. And all you can tell is that whatever she was looking at before she was frozen was above her.
And had prints. There were prints, right?
There were prints of an owl.
Owlish nature.
Yes,
Okay.
a Rogadin-sized owl. Maybe even slightly larger.
I don't remember. Did we feel like the owl is what turned her into ice, or was it something
Mhm.
else? Okay.
We did the don't look up thing very successfully.
Yeah.
Am I awake?
No, the only one who's conscious right now is
Okay.
Uo and technically Astrid.
Save our lives, Astrid and Uo.
Actually, yeah, Astrid, with her multitude of healings, will give you both a healing word. So you both heal for 7 hit points.
Well, so I was at full, but I went unconscious because of exhaustion.
So
Does that
I'll say,
wake me up?
yeah, you are
Okay.
conscious, but you are still exhausted.
I had this really bad dream that I died and came back as a zombie and lost my arm and damn.
I would like feel the eyes and be like, "We're still here," and just crawl into my coat and just.
You will notice that now that you're not in that like snowstorm, your enchanted like jackets are now warm again.
Oh, nice.
So you're still not warm, but you are, warmer.
Just gonna hibernate in my jacket for a while and not make any more decisions.
So, snuggling up next to Fira in my coat and like I grab. Is Celine with us or Eos?
It was Celine, yeah.
Celine. I pick up Celine and like snuggle her close.
You need to make me a strength check, as she is
Oh.
still.
That's right.
She's big girl Benny.
Straight. You want athletics or?
Nah, just straight up strength.
Okay. 10.
Like, if you wanted to, you could pick her up, but it might not be worth it right now.
Okay. Okay. I'll
If
just
I feel Strongheim
near
doing
her?
that, I'll be like, Celine, what do bunnies do? Come here. See if she listens to us instead of Astrid.
We're gonna get Celine to be your familiar instead of Astrid's.
Oh, geez. Well, no, for Strongheim. I'm just reaching over Strongheim. Come here. What do bunnies do?
Let's see, because you do look like the person who gives her coffee.
Oh.
So she
So
looks
what?
over, and she bounds, and then when she lands, you see like there's a crack in the ice. But she bounds, and then jumps towards you. I'm going to need a strength check with disadvantage.
From
From who? I'm behind Trondheim. Bunny was for Trondheim.
Yeah, Trondheim.
Okay.
Can I help Trondheim?
Yeah, you're right behind, so then that cancels out the disadvantage.
Oh, okay, good. Oh no!
It wouldn't matter anyway. It's still 5.
Oh.
So Uo, you're around kind of like taking into things, and you see both Rogadin pals that you have are just like tackled by Celine. They are on the ground, essentially pinned
This is what I get for blindsiding.
by the bunny.
This is what I get for blindsiding Duchambeau that time.
Yeah.
Aw.
Here's I've lost the source book
get off.
for the game when I reformatted my computer.
No.
I cannot find it. No.
No.
Oh. Says.
Yeah.
Technology for the win.
I know. Technology just totally is the worst. Just hoping that this book is the right book. Because I was trying to look for a spell. I can't find the spells. So the Rogadins are being attacked by the rabbit.
Yeah.
And the rabbit is large now?
Nope, same size.
Just a lot of dark matter going on there.
Interesting. I will study this rabbit. Would it make a good hat?
Get it off of me.
You without rolling, you can guess that if this rabbit has enough force to take down both Rogadin simultaneously, even as exhausted as they are, your neck can probably not support her force.
No, that's fair. Well, there is another door.
There is one more door that has yet to be opened.
Uo is convinced now that there's a fourth hat. There has to be a fourth hat. That
The
hat
meaning
will
to
be his.
everything is the fourth hat.
Bring forth a hat. Do the other two look like they are?
Almost dead. Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Can we just like sleep here for a bit? Like only 2 to 7 days. That's all I need.
Just
Maybe
yeah,
8.
what she said. Yeah, if needed, 8 seems reasonable.
Let's see here.
And Uo, I feel like we need to figure out what's. I mean, obviously Rachel. So Rachel told us we need to come here to figure out what's going, like the reason things are going bad, but she's not here to guide us anymore. Can we turn her back? Can you like whip out one of your cards, or can Astrid do something? To
So Astrid pulls out her healing for dummies, and it's like I'm looking for it.
What are you looking to ask the cards?
How do we turn Rachel back so that she can help us figure out what the hell's going on? Because she's
Well,
the one who's
Fira-
leading us.
Fira knows that. Fira did Arcana check last time and realized that you can't use like any fire magic because that would literally kill her. It would have to be some sort of greater restoration or something stronger than that.
I mean, I could tomorrow.
Tomorrow sounds
Deal with
great.
it.
Just snuggle into my coat.
I suspect staying idle here is not advised.
Well, aren't naked pangolins nocturnal? Could they keep watch
Naked
and curl up into a
pangolin.
ball and not be frozen because they don't want to be frozen by the scary owl?
Naked penguins are in fact nocturnal / crepuscular. One of my favorite words that is actually a
What does that
word.
mean? Okay, what does that mean?
Apparently, I found this out from Archer. Like, I didn't know what this meant either. It is something, instead of something who is awake at night, something that's awake during, like, dawn and dusk.
Huh.
Huh. Interesting.
Okay, I have an idea. Frogheim,
Yes.
do you still have those handkerchief?
I'm gonna root around in my bag. Do I still have it?
Yeah.
I don't see why.
I don't remember you giving it back.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. I wave it with my little backwards arm.
May I see that?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna slap it against the wall. See if I can get that door to open.
The unopened, which door? The, like, center door or the...
No, wasn't Uso's handkerchief the key to her house, her hidden laboratory?
Oh, no, there was, like, a box in there.
Oh, right. Right.
Oh, so the handkerchief doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Rewind.
Well, then I had enough.
Yeah.
Do you still have the box?
Yes.
That's what I was looking for. We can stay there safely. I mean, as safely as we can stay in there, but it's probably safer and warmer than here.
Warm.
Yeah. You had me at warmer.
Although I don't know how time works in regards to that space. I haven't had enough time to gather enough data.
As you say that, like this lost glazed look crosses Trogsham's face, and she just opens the door because no idea what you're talking about.
And
Wah,
as you,
wah, 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 wah.
as you
Wah, wah,
open the
wah.
door, you hear this, like, beeping come from the box. And then this sound of zzz as the last of the magic leaves.
Is the door open?
Yeah.
That was our last
Oh.
time. Apparently.
Well, it's probably a wise use of its. Fine, we can talk to Uso later. She'll be able to do something about turning it back on. Probably.
As I go in and I'm
And it
looking at
gets
all the
my
stuff
eye.
that's in there, I'm just like, what if all this stuff gets lost in here forever? Maybe we should take it all out and just carry it around with us. I don't want this stuff to get lost. Uso would be so angry.
Oh, you're assuming that Uso doesn't have her own like door to come in.
Oh. Maybe
Or there may
she's
be
here
multiple
now.
doors.
I'm going to run around, try and find Uso.
Well, so you see Trogheim running around with, like, one big arm, one, like, little arm, like, backwards T-Rex arm, yelling, Uso! After about 30 minutes, there's no response yet, but it's a big house, so.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, she's not there.
Okay.
So Fira is lost, but crawling towards the warmth, and then just gonna settle in a corner and deal with it later. Magical houses, ice owl, whatever. I need to feel my toes again first.
Right? Those are important.
Mm-hmm.
And as we get in, like, after, like, 5 minutes pass, your body temperature actually raises to what you would consider a normal temperature. Whatever like chill that was there is just gone.
Nice. It's quick. So gonna leave my coat on anyway. And I'd be like, where are we? Did we beat the door puzzle? Are we gone? Can we go home?
I don't think
Wait,
so.
are you leaving Rachel outside or inside?
I was about to say, I don't think we should bring Rachel in here. What do you think?
Yeah. Here, Rachel Snowcone.
I don't know. I mean, if she's in here, she probably won't remember being here. She'll be frozen.
No, I'm worried about her
Did you melt?
melting.
I'm sure there's a machine for that.
That's a good point. I'm gonna look around for what would be Uso's equivalent of a refrigerator or a freezer.
Give me an intelligence check with
I
disadvantage.
want to help because if it's a fridge, I want to eat things.
Yeah, that's fair. Straight up intelligence check.
17. Thanks for the help. That would have sucked.
I'm here for
Apparently,
you.
much like Fira, Uso likes her food, and so the first door you go in is actually this massive, like, refrigerated area with
Walk-in
just
cooler,
shelves
right?
of like breads and milks and cheeses and ice and meats, and enough room to fit a black mage.
So even though I could probably pick her up on my own, I'm very concerned right now about dropping her. Fira, would you help me carry her into here? And then we can eat. Awesome.
Oh, I'm grabbing a snack for the preparation.
Right?
Let's do this.
Got to keep my strength up. Nom, nom, nom,
Yep.
nom.
So you have a quick snack, and you go outside, and Rachel, who was facing like one way, is now facing the door.
What?
I mean, it's Rachel. She's probably doing something weird and magical.
I'm going to walk up and stand in front of her and just be like, you stop your shenanigans right now.
We're not going to leave you, duh. Now, hold on to something.
Rachel is escorted into the freezer, where you are all able to have a nice sit-down day with Rachel as you eat, and then come out of the freezer to warm up, and then go back in to eat.
For what it's worth, this is the most time I've spent with Rachel and not been creeped out. So
Give me a perception check.
Just kidding.
Not creeped out yet.
Right? 15?
After about an hour of the inside eating, outside, inside eating, you're noticing that the food in a like 3-foot radius of Rachel is starting to deteriorate.
Like
Not
rotting?
like old.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
close to yeah.
So it's like going bad, but not because of like fungal. Bleh.
Right.
Okay. Fira, don't eat that. Uh-huh.
So what are you all gonna do for this long rest?
Move her away from the food.
Or at least move the food away from her.
Can we like put her by the door and scooch the food back? And like, is there enough room to
Yeah.
manage a 3-foot-ish eyeball bubble?
Yeah, you just kind of like squeeze some stuff there. Yeah, it works.
Let's do that. And I'll be like, knock it off. We brought you inside. Okay.
No, that won't. Okay. So the
Well,
food
I'm
is
gonna be nosy. I don't know where we are, but I'm not gonna ask because I want to steal the food. And so I'm gonna look for a bag or like some kind of like satchel thing that works with my leather strappy armor, and I'm just gonna stuff like things that preserve well in there, and I'm gonna walk around
Just
looking,
take
reading
all of
books,
the Twinkies, right?
see if there's Twinkies last forever, right?
Right.
And then see if there's any scrolls lying around that I could find useful, since I don't know whose house this is.
give me a perception check.
Absolutely.
And let's see what you can, because you find the there's like a canvas sack like right outside, so you can find that pretty quickly.
Oh, sorry, it wasn't loading. I thought I was losing my mind for a second. They just weren't there. Okay. Perception.
As for other things, 10. Okay. So you don't find any scrolls. Whoever this is, whoever owns this house, they're not the arcane type. They don't seem to care much about magic, even though they have some type of magic house, which is odd. However, throughout the doors, you do see lots of machines. There is actually one door that is just arms, just mechanical arms.
Ooh. I know someone who likes arms.
You
I want to grab an appropriate one and walk around with it until I see Trogheim again and just look down.
So you find
But it
one
has
that
to be pretty. Has to be a
pretty.
pretty correct side arm. Yes, Trogheim is a lady of the sea,
Ah,
and we got to make sure that she has these appropriate things.
that
Like a Rogadin's volcano arm, right?
Absolutely. If you find that, give that to me. I might be able to make it work somehow. We'll work it out.
so you definitely okay. So you find 3 arms. One is a Trogheim size arm,
Mhm.
but instead of having like the 5 digits, has the arm then turns like these 3 like claws, like a claw machine.
Okay.
Not as pretty, but like would definitely fit. There is this immaculately crafted right arm, with all kinds of like runic designs that actually may be magical in nature. However, it is the size of a halfling gnome, Lalafell,
Mhm.
much the size of what Trogheim's arm is right now.
Does it
And
at least
then
face the right way?
it
Or is
does
it
face the right
also?
way.
It does, yes. At least you get the forward action.
The final arm, you touch it, and then there is this heat emanating from it. It looks much less like an arm. The only reason you can tell this arm because it's in the arm room. It's much more rectangular in nature, and rather than having lots of digits, like it can only like move up and down, and then this and this. But at the end, there is this like spout, and on the side are these buttons, and you push one, and a gout of flame erupts from it.
Oh, I love that arm. Okay. I just kind of want to tie that to myself like a cannon, but we're going to come back to that.
Absolutely.
This is about Trogheim. Trogheim gets the cloth. Trogheim's going to like the cloth. And it's a pretty lady arm, so she can still have suitors and things like that.
Yeah.
So, okay. Gotta look out for my girl. So I'll grab that one to give to her. I'm gonna remember where that cannon arm is, and then just I have the food. I have that. I'm good. Go find Trogheim.
So Trogheim, as you are, I assume, still eating.
I mean, since I don't really feel all that hungry anymore due to my condition, I think I would eat some and then just be like, because it doesn't really taste like anything.
I mean, it was fun while Fear was there,
Right? So
But as
I
soon
would
as Fear
probably
left,
just
you're
like try and find a place to rest and keep an eye on Uo and Astrid, but probably just fall asleep.
okay. So you fall asleep pretty quickly. Before you fell asleep, Astrid was trying to get Celine to not be 50 pounds, but Celine is who Celine is. Uo, what are you doing?
Well, I mean, he was disappointed last time in the quality of books in this house. It's not going to keep him from searching. He's also curious if there is a view of the sky, as he's not seen any windows really.
Nope, no one does.
So he's going to go around looking for astronomy-related rooms, tools, windows. He's going to poke around and see if he can find anything that. I mean, surely Uso likes the stars, not like those sun worshippers. God.
Give me a perception check.
Perception. You perceive so much more when you're looking at multiple stars. super easy to find one. Let's see here. Perception. Perceiving.
13. I mean, you look around, but Uso seems to give a shit about only one thing, and that's her inventions. So there are no books, there are no windows. If you had a better understanding of mechanics in general, there might be some like star-related things in her design, but they are not easily identified.
Yeah. I think just like going through and then getting basic supplies that we're going to need, because we have one more door and one more hat to collect, obviously. We need to get something that can collect hats. So like a hat box for safekeeping of hats.
Right. Ooh.
Or maybe some kind of like shoulder piece that adds like little styrofoam heads for you to wear multiple hats next to your head.
World's best invention. Tron 9000. He's also going to be looking for means of communication. Now I know that Uso doesn't communicate through spells, and I don't have sending prepared at the moment, but I can tomorrow when I prepare spells to bring back our favorite soul vampire. But surely there's some way for her to know that we're here, or for us to tell her that we're here. Are there like intercoms on the walls, or like this old like early 90s kind of like intercom? You push the button and instead of yelling up the stairs, you like blast into the speaker from there.
Sadly, no. And before Trogheim goes to sleep, she can explain to you why. Uso is a very I do shit on my own, so she would have no needs to communicate with other people because she doesn't care about other people.
Well, it just means I gotta prepare a spell for tomorrow. I'll send her a message.
I have sending,
Oh.
but I don't want to know who lives here. But I'll cast sending.
What are you casting?
Do you need sending?
Do I need what?
Sending the spell? Do you want to send a message?
Do you have the spell sending?
Yep.
Oh joy.
I love
that's why we're. Yeah,
don't you enjoy our conversations? I mean, like, I would like to talk to you if we ever get separated too. So.
Yeah. I mean, it was meant to be like that's clearly that makes tons of sense. Hey, yeah, I need you to just dial Professor Uso if you would. Yeah, it's 111. Machines are us.
Appropriate. Okay. What would you like to say?
Oh, hello. We are in your house.
Damn it!
Box isn't working anymore.
Have you met Professor Uso?
Weren't they there when I went to the school?
They were in jail when you went to the school.
Semantics.
Wait,
Maybe I didn't know
like prior when she went to the school prior to us going to the school.
Oh no, Uso is one of the newer professors.
Blast. Yeah. The wrong number. I'm sorry, it didn't work.
Although, because Uo knows sending and knows Uso, give me an.
Can we have a moment, a shared moment?
Like a shared moment
to like doing the Vulcan thing and
Vulcan, that's right.
What mages do. So you need an Arcana?
Yeah, give me a straight up Arcana to see if you can have a shared moment of communication with Uso, who is going to be rightly confused at what the fuck is happening.
It's going to be a crowded conference.
Who's calling me? I don't know this number.
Oh, yes. What is your
telemarketers
word message?
So a 15 and a 17.
Yeah, that works. What is your message?
It's in sequence 15, 16, 17, delayed roll.
Mm.
Fate,
She
the
clicked
stars.
delayed roll, it was an 18. It's not, though. It's a 15. Oh, it's 12. Never mind. It's not in sequence. Does it work?
Yeah, what's your message?
Oh, hi there. In your house. Ow. Took some food. Hope you don't mind. Rachel is a ice block. We'll fix tomorrow.
That's 20. Got 5 more.
The box needs recharging.
Peace.
So you are all still like in your like Mod Podge mage circle, send that message, and then you hear in response, what the shit? Oh, I get it. I always knew Rachel was weird. Can fix box when I get it.
She says hi. Oh wait, Trogheim's asleep. Never mind. We'll tell Trogheim. She says hi. Should have told her about my hats.
I mean, you're going to take a long rest right now, so you want to cast it again.
Yeah, you want to do it again? Ready?
No. Let's not be blasting through our spell slots to talk about hats with the professor.
I mean,
as
Fear
much
would
as I would love
absolutely
to.
do that, especially before a nap. It's totally fine. Spell slots are meant to be burned.
Is there a planetarium?
In Uso's house?
Yeah.
No.
Man, she's so boring. All this metal stuff and gears. The world doesn't work with gears, all right? Gears don't make the world go round. It's gravity. Wow,
Elementalism.
other forces. Gravity is magic. Don't let anyone tell you it's science, because it's not. It's magic.
Oh, good. Okay.
Well,
Batteries,
Celine
how do they work?
has her own
Magnets,
gravity
we don't even
now,
know.
so I absolutely agree with you.
Anything else in this long rest?
No. I think we've got food and shelter and warmth. In the morning, I'll prepare Greater Restoration to bring Rachel back to her normal self. Well, I mean, as normal as she can be, and and get on back out there to get her another hat.
Alrighty. So you all go to sleep, and when you wake up, while exhaustions normally takes like one long rest per exhaustion because of the power that is Rachel's admittedly boring house.
Uso's house.
Yes, Rachel's house is way less boring.
Yeah, creepy,
but also not as restful.
Not as restful. I believe that.
Yeah, because the comfort of Uso's house, the exhaustion is now completely gone.
Yay! I was looking forward to 3 days of being useless.
You all wake up.
That was nice. I like that. Is there coffee? I don't really feel like coffee this morning.
No, there's no coffee.
Celine is also gone. Although this happens many times when there is no coffee.
Right.
The truths.
I'm really curious what
The
happens
word.
when Celine goes back to her own Fey realm and what's the terror that is happening there right now. We're gonna get an invasion of Fae being like, "What did you do?"
Can't wait to see what she's like when she gets back.
All right. So, well, you prepare your spells. Do you all leave?
Want
Are
to
you-
check out?
Oh.
We should take her out of here before we restore her. I don't know how conscious she is in her current state, but we probably would be in violation with our agreement with Uso if we were to bring her to consciousness here.
I'm
Fira's
happy to
not
carry
gonna
her
ask
outside.
questions, so she doesn't
Yeah.
feel bad about things.
It's the natural order. There are orders. You have to follow them. And
Uh-huh.
Uso said it was for our eyes only. And since her eyes are frozen, she didn't see anything, theoretically.
But did she?
I'm gonna peek out just to make sure that there's nothing that's gonna like eat us, smoosh us,
Okay.
otherwise kill
Well,
us. Before
Can
we
we
carry
do the
Rachel
arm
outside.
swap before she goes out there? Can we like see how this arm swap situation could happen?
What is this arm swap you speak of?
Oh my gosh, Trondheim girl, look at this. It's a claw. Look,
Her
rawr.
eyes turn to big hearts and she floats up a little bit. Where did you find this?
That is so not important. Can we put it on?
I'm going to take off the little halfling arm and look at it. I do feel a little sad for some reason. It was the first arm I had since having my other one chopped off.
Yes.
But then I'll go ahead and just, set it on the ground where I'm sure somebody will put it back where it was found
Absolutely.
and put on the new
Seems
claw arm.
With this new claw arm, you can make a claw attack.
Do
That
I need
does-
to do anything to make it work? We never really talked about that with the other one. Does it respond to my thoughts, or is it do I need to attune to it? How does this work?
Well, what really happens is, see, Uso is a genius inventor. She's also she's not a sadist. She just doesn't care about people though. And so when you put it on, it hurts like the dickens for about 10 minutes,
The
and
dickens.
then it's fine. As it,
Okay.
Fine.
grafts itself into you. You don't notice that much, as you technically have pain receptors,
Yeah.
but they don't really hurt as much anymore.
I feel like it's one of those, that hurts. Oh, well.
Yeah, it's like you're pretty sure it hurt, because when things used to hurt, that's what it felt like.
Right?
Yeah.
Huh.
Catch this. Pew. I throw something at you.
It hasn't quite set in yet, so I'm like, thunk.
Okay,
Claw.
next time. Next time.
Oh, all right. So we should practice this a bit before I go outside. So I'll
Oh,
wait
okay, you
until
wanna see, okay,
things...
yep.
Yeah.
Grabbing,
all-
not even looking. Grab.
You also have advantage on picking things up from the ground like a claw.
Oh, or do I have disadvantage? Because those things never actually catch anything.
You have advantage in thinking that you can do it, but disadvantage in the actual act. of
If
picking
there's
something
more
up.
than one thing set next
Then
to
you-
each other.
You just can't.
Okay.
Oh
okay.
no.
You know, just I'm getting the wrong one.
Right?
Well, if you need proper training on how to use this new arm, we can set up some calligraphy and just have you do, claw calligraphy. We'll do this old school, montage 1980s kung
Right.
fu, recovery, where they're not really recovering. It's calligraphy. They write little words, and it's very impressive and dramatic.
I feel like there should be some music for this, which I don't have prepped. But imagine 80s montage music in your head.
I mean, we have 80s montage music in the game.
Oh, nice.
Pretty sure that's a spell. It's a 7th level spell.
Right.
Montage. Yeah.
All right, so after I get used to the claw, then I'll check outside to make sure
Give me
nothing's
a
going to squish us.
perception check.
Sure. I'll give you all the checks you want. Whether I pass them or not, I don't know. But 20.
You look outside. There's nothing there, but those giant owl footprints. They were. You see them walking in from the bedroom. You see them standing where Rachel was, and then you see them what looks like they were pacing or circling the doorway.
Gotcha.
And then they head back to the bedroom.
All right, so I'm gonna tell everyone that, and then say maybe we should take care of that before we unfreeze Rachel, because we don't want to have to like unfreeze her again, right? Or maybe what if one of the other what if you get frozen, and then obviously the thought train is a lot for her right now, so she kind of derails a little bit. You know, maybe you should check your cards to see if we should unfreeze her now or after we find the thing that's freezing people, or at least her.
I feel like our odds are better with more volume, even if more people get frozen or different people get frozen.
Oh yeah,
Probably better with more people.
That's good thinking.
And Rachel's probably mad. She might even just be able to take care of it, like as soon as she pops out. Like we never know.
Maybe that's why all the food was rotting, because she's so mad.
That's true. Especially if we could have done this yesterday. I could see that.
She's that kind of person, I feel like. Yeah, let's just unfreeze her now.
Fine, taking a break. We'll just explain it to her.
So you want to restore her inside the house or outside the house?
So why don't we restore her in the walk-in fridge, and then we could put a blindfold on her as we walk her out so that she doesn't see the rest of the house, and then...
Do you think that she would submit to a
blindfold, Rachel?
Yeah.
All right, so there's an obvious out of character moment here that I'm like, yeah, I could see she'd be like, yeah, blindfold me, tie me up, whatever.
Safe word is pineapple.
Right, but I don't think Trogheim would get that. So, yeah, you're probably right. All right, let's carry her outside.
I'm usually right. Sometimes I have it misinterpreted, but usually I'm right.
Right.
And
And
even
of course,
then-
that would be the stars misinterpretation. Fine.
Yes, the stars just weren't communicating properly in the language that we have mutually agreed to speak in, which is star language.
Right.
Star language.
Yeah,
Not your fault, obviously.
not my fault. I'm not a star.
No.
Yeah. You know how hard it is to speak star language? It's really hard. It's a very difficult thing. It's star language.
I mean, I have a hard enough time with 2 languages, let alone trying to figure out star language. So,
Yeah. It's a lot of vibration. You gotta like vibrate a lot.
Oh,
Some more
God.
vibration. You gotta think about whose house you're in at what time. It
You
just
guys
is.
like, should I learn star language? That sounds pretty intense.
Trogheim, are you still outside?
no, I'm in. I think we're getting ready to carry her out. But Fira, can you help me? Because I don't want to drop her by myself. If we both drop her, I won't feel so bad. I mean, I'll feel bad, but like Okay, so we'll carry her out.
Give me, both of you, a strength check.
Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo.
So you're able to carry her outside pretty easy.
Nice. All right, Uo, do your thing.
Do you close the door?
No.
Why would we do that?
She doesn't need to know this exists.
Okay,
What is
I
this?
gotta run back and grab my stuff before I close the door.
She's obviously going to hallucinate the first couple seconds and we
Right?
can handle it.
I don't know. Like, she has substantial command of arcane forces. And what I know about magic is that, well, I mean, you know about magic. The connection is far greater despite your physical limitations. And who knows what she can do.
So this is why I just hit things with a sword. Magic is so confusing. Why?
It's
I don't get
But
it.
if we close the door and the magical box summoner machine is dead, and then the freezy owl comes back, and then sounds like disaster. Maybe better odds blindfolding Rachel at that point. I don't know.
Let's blindfold her.
will have-
Let's blindfold her statue now, so she
Let's
can't.
blindfold her now.
Right.
Trondheim, you're so smart.
But it will fall off because there's ice between her and the blindfold.
What if
No,
it's like
she
a
is the
sleeve and
ice.
we just like a beanie right over her head?
Oh yeah, we could just put a sack over her head.
There you go.
I suspect that she would retaliate, not knowing exactly what's going on, unless she is
Well,
conscious.
I'm not
We
going to
don't know
stand
if
next
she's
to
conscious or
her.
not. I just think it's very unwise.
I'll do it.
Let's just get our stuff out of the box mansion, and we've got nothing to worry about. I'm not tired anymore. I got this awesome new claw arm. Everything will be fine.
Okay, I'll stand watch. You guys can get what you need.
Okay, I'll go grab my stuff.
I know who the owner of the house is, so I'm not gonna take the arm cannon now, and I'm really sad
What?
about it. But I'm gonna like stand in the doorway in case anything comes. I'm just gonna duck it. Rachel will be fine. She's ice. Nobody eats ice.
Odds or evens?
Even Steven.
Okay. So you go in and you get the get your stuff. Vera, do you hear a voice in your mind?
Uh-oh.
Who are you to invade my house with your own house?
I'm really gonna think like, is this the guy we just talked to? What do you mean your other house? Do you own this house too?
And after that, no response.
Good.
Trondheim and Uo return with their things intact.
All right, Uo, do your magic stuff. Ta-da!
True.
Greater restoration.
The three of diamonds is greater restoration. Good to know. Good to know.
So you cast the spell, and Rachel's flesh turns to flesh from ice again. And it takes about a minute for her to like really come back to consciousness.
Is she wearing
I'm
one of those coats?
Soft kitty talking to her the whole time, so she doesn't kill us. Kill us back.
And is there the thing over her head?
Yep. There, Rachel. It's okay. It's us, your friends. You just warm up.
Is she wearing one of those coats?
She is wearing one of the coats.
Okay, then I won't put mine on her because she's already getting warm.
She is, however, Rachel. And
That is a thing.
yeah. Okay. Hold up.
Figure of death.
Okay. No. There.
Circle of death.
Like soft kitty touching her. There's a second where you see her right hand like shoot up and grab yours, and you can feel this necrotic energy start to pulse. But like she hears your voice and she kind of like looks at you like through the canvas bag and like, "Oh, Vera, I'm so sorry. What happened?"
I think an ice owl got you, and it's okay. It's like, just warm up. We're fine. We're safe. You're with your friends. Keep the bag on. And then I'm gonna tell Trondheim and Uo, like, we need to leave. Somebody talked in my head. I don't think they want us here. We probably need to go.
What?
someone has spoken to you in your mind.
Yes.
Tell me more.
I asked if it was the same person we just talked to, and then they were upset, and that's where we are. And it's okay. We're good, Rachel. Just rub her hair until everything's okay.
So having closed the door, does the box just turn back into a box?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll pick that up while the kitty talk is going on. And then try and figure out how to hold my shield with the claw arm. Like, I feel like it just kind of like hangs. It's not like,
you
depending
still
on where,
cannot
right?
use
It's not
the
like
shield.
moving it around. I'm going to try. So I'm like walking around with it oddly in like one hand, and I'm looking for this voice.
Oh, cast Detect Thoughts
on
to see if there are intelligent creatures with brainwaves. I believe it's 60 feet is
Nope.
the range. Is it longer than that? 30 feet?
no intelligent creatures outside the ones you know within that range.
So there are.
And at least one of those is questionable.
Yeah.
Do I get kind of like a little tiny, like, little, like, beep, 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 from Trogheim?
Yeah.
I'll keep the spell up as we make our way towards the next door, just in case I catch a thinking brain
Hmm.
making feedback or whatever.
You now know that Trogheim has an intelligence of 3 or greater,
Or greater.
right?
Suspected it was higher than 3, but
Wasn't
wasn't
really
entirely
sure.
sure.
Right?
Yeah. Okay, so you make your way towards the new door. Is the kitty talk happening with Rachel still?
Until she's like on her feet and like, okay, because the box is away, we can take the hood off when the box is away. But I'm still just gonna like, well, being cold sucks. I understand. You're probably traumatized. I'm here for you. We just need to do this last door, and then we leave this disgusting place. It is okay. We'll just one more door, and I'll just be doing that until
Okay.
she's good.
So it takes about 5 or 6 minutes, but at some point she's back to her old racial self, and she like dusts off some of the ice that's like still on her like jacket. She's like,
Gross. I
Shit.
know. This.
"Well, do you want me to go through with you with this last door?"
Would you prefer to stay behind?
And she starts like mimicking Fira, like, no.
No, you're not splitting the party with ice owls.
So real quick, the ice owl footprints went back into the room we'd been in. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. What do you all think about trying to block that door before we go in this door?
Isn't it a rather large door?
Yeah, it was like a secret entrance. So you like move the bookshelf in order to get in here.
Let me see here. What do I have?
I might have some things too.
I mean, I could blow it out. I could blow up the door.
That is an
I was
option.
thinking more something, if we wanted to use that again, could I cast like watery sphere, but then we'd have to come back, like ultimately it would go away. But there would just be a blob, and they couldn't escape my blob if they went through it. Trogheim knows. Or their shape Earth? Could I like pile it with Earth? No?
You
Probably
could,
wouldn't.
yeah.
Yeah?
I've
Yeah,
got
Rachel
nothing but
can't
the
help.
idea, apparently.
Or control water and just freeze water? Can you freeze water with control water?
I believe you can. And I would say since this place is like made of ice, you would be able to like redirect the ice to create some kind of barrier.
Okay. How do you feel, Uo? Because you're the other one with a plan.
I always have a plan.
Would you like to save your very valuable mental effort and I just freeze the door and then we use your super cool stuff for there?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe it is fortuitous that you are capable of manipulating water in its form as it is currently. I mean, aren't you the sort to avoid water?
Absolutely. I can get it away from me with this. Very easily.
That's why I learned the spell.
Right. I can fall into the ocean and have literally none of it touch me.
All the way down to the
Love
bottom.
No,
Right?
no, 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 no.
Yeah. No touchy, no touchy. Oh, no.
Love it.
So you
Fair enough.
Best
Make
use of
you
a spell ever.
wide swaths and
No, no,
create
no, no,
an
no.
ice barrier blocking the bedroom from the secret chamber.
Nice. Is that where we came in from, or are there other doors out
That's
of
where
this
you came in
besides?
from, yeah.
Okay, so we will have to go back that way.
Yeah. Just give me a
Depending-
nap. I can move back.
Okay. I mean, I could probably smash it down, maybe.
Ooh,
Maybe
that's true.
Take
Claw
take some
exercise.
time.
Yeah, just like
Right?
Yeah.
The ice.
Doctor Who did a whole episode on it.
Love it. All right, we are so prepped for whatever is in that other door. Nothing can go wrong.
Going through the next door.
who's opening the door?
Oh,
Ooh,
Uo.
nice.
Uo,
Go,
Uo,
you go.
I'm so proud of you.
It's a door. It's a door. It's not a fight.
But you're going up.
we
You're
we
first.
know that though.
So Uo, you go and you open the door, and everything in the room is teleported with those like little snowflake symbols above their head. Much like the last 3 times, you're teleported to this snowy landscape. Although this time, the vast majority of the snow is red. And
That's
there
normal,
are
right?
like dozens upon dozens of bodies just strewn across.
So not cherry snow cone red, more
Right.
like blood, like red wedding red.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Just
It's an
before
important
you go to
difference.
lick it, right?
Yeah. That's
There are
fine.
no people there to welcome you as Lilith's emissaries, as everyone who you can see is dead.
I wonder what this test is. Do we?
Did we read the door?
I mean, you had read the door before, so I
Right.
would say you know what it is. This one was preservation and loss.
Let's see.
Preservation. Okay. I can
Does
do
anyone
that.
have one of those things that you put the meat in and it turns it to jerky? You know, like the and we could just do that with these people.
A dehydrator? Oh boy. Preservation and loss. I see. No.
Huh. That's all
I
I
did
got.
not
It's the
have
only
those.
idea I have.
Behind you, there is a group of 5 individuals. One with a wolf's hat
Oh,
No.
and 2 massive scimitars.
Oh.
He
I
yells
don't care
down,
about those.
"Where's the boy?"
I'll point
Is
at
he
Uo.
talking to Lilith's emissaries like that? Is he? Did you just hear that?
He is talking with no respect, no nothing.
With your hat, Uo.
With your hat just blatantly showing it off.
And I'm not a boy. I'm a man. Just haven't hit puberty for 13 years.
Where
like,
is
It is
the
confusing.
boy?
Was there another boy that was with us?
That
I
was
don't
with
remember. Yeah.
No.
Okay. This is the only man, and a gesture at Uo, with us.
Wait. Oh no.
you. And you see him like look to his compatriots and just send them off to start searching. And they start like looking through bodies and stabbing the ones that are already dead and like looking under people.
Are you looking for someone? Like, can we help you?
Yes, there is a boy who is here somewhere. Find him and bring him to me.
If we find him before you, can we have your hat?
Give me a persuasion check.
Can I lend or aid since I've got 3 hats already? Does he recognize the hats? As the hats of his fallen comrades?
Doesn't seem to care about the hats.
The question is, does he care about his hat?
He
True.
also doesn't really care about his hat. Honestly, you didn't get a 1, which was the crippler in this. So he's like, yeah, fine, whatever. Just bring me the boy.
I go to high five Uo. Yeah.
So
Start.
this boy, spells. Let's see here.
I'm going to
Tell
leave
us
the
about the boy.
thinking, the thinking and the moral conundrum to you while I start looking for the boy.
Give me a perception check. Yeah. Underneath a wagon, maybe 50 feet away, you hear this whimpering.
Okay. I'll head that way, but I'm not going to say anything, leaving Uo open to do what he was about to do.
Just realizing I don't have locate creature. But I'll just have him tell me about the boy. Tell me about the boy. Describe the boy. What you want the boy for.
Is he meaty for eating? Are you going to study him? Why? What is the purpose?
He doesn't seem to be much for conversation. There's a lot of just like repeating, just bring me the boy. Bring me the boy. If you want the hat, get me the boy. He is kind of doing this thing with the scimitars where he's just like scraping them on each other.
Have we seen them do a lot of magic in any of these door world areas?
Nope.
I'm going to cast Sending, and I'm going to talk really aggressively in his mind.
As a rider to that, I believe I still have detect thoughts on.
Oh, good.
So I'm also going to dial in on this guy.
Give me an intimidation check with advantage.
Okay.
Do it.
Oh boy.
Detect thoughts is only 1 minute, so you could cast it again.
Oh, it's a minute. Never mind. Thought it was a little bit longer than that, but.
I mean, you have advantage because it is directly in his mind. 14.
Thank God.
So he is caught off guard, not really sure what to make of this. He says the eradication of the tribe will not be complete until I kill the boy.
He says that in his mind or out loud to Uo?
He says it out loud. He doesn't really understand what's happening in his mind. So he's just like talking out loud.
So a little bit of weekday genocide then is what you're looking to do.
To finish.
Well, obviously you've started, but to what end are you performing this this action?
I'm gonna need you to make another persuasion or intimidation check, as that's a lot of thinking.
I see he's as bright as a certain other character going on.
22.
Who needs an end? This is just what we are. The strong prey on the weak, and they were weak.
Would you not be perceived as weak if you can't find the boy?
Oh! Sounds like
Don't
someone
worry.
doesn't deserve that hat.
We will find the boy. by the way, Trogheim, there are people getting progressively closer to that wheelbarrow.
Yeah. So it's heading that way. Do I hear this conversation going on?
No, you're too far to hear that conversation.
Okay. If no one's going to say anything, I don't know. So I'm just going to be like, pick up the wheelbarrow. And if there's a boy underneath it, I'm going to say, found him.
When you say that, all 5 people immediately run towards that boy.
Okay.
Does anyone do anything?
I'll pick
Yes.
him up. Unless he's like really big. Is he like a small boy or?
It's like 8, 9.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just pick him up.
Okay.
Because I'm completely thinking they're just missing their boy. And start carrying him back.
Uo, you were going to do a thing?
Well, let me make sure I understand how the spell works here.
I'm also researching myself. I have a couple ideas. Oh my god. This is why you don't visit cold places ever.
It's
Okay.
never good.
This is why. Obviously, always like this in cold places.
Right. So, usually when there's like a singular solitary like survivor of any sort of like brutalized murder or tribe, that they are the chosen one and ascend to vengeance.
As
a
one
la
does.
Conan, a la Red Sonja, a la all of the people who like, you know, deal with that stuff. So now they're getting nice and conveniently clustered. I think I should blow them up with
Okay.
magic. Because the chosen one, obviously, needs to be preserved until we find out what his purpose is, and then it might be sacrifice the kid to something else. But like, for now,
That's what they meant by preserved.
Did you
let's
say all
see.
that out loud?
No.
Oh, you should. I'll back you up in his brain. I haven't yelled at him yet.
How far is Trogheim from me?
About like 60 feet from you.
Let me get one real quick range read here. I will move 30 feet. Trogheim is holding the kid, correct?
Correct.
I will cast Orluk's Resilient Sphere around Trogheim, which should protect Trogheim and the kid. Nothing, not physical objects, energy, or other spell effects can pass through the barrier in or out. Although you can still breathe, and it's immune to all damage. Blah, 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 blah. So there'll be a flash of cards, and Trogheim shall be enveloped in starlight and impervious to their advancements. Chosen one. Or something like that. Probably the chosen one.
What's
Maybe
going
not.
on?
Magic. Do not fire your gun inside the sphere. Do not do it.
Okay. Good call.
You'll murder the kid and probably hurt yourself. Don't do it.
So Rachel has been watching to see what you all do, and realizing what side you have taken, she picks up a piece of snow and kind of rubs it between her fingers and like throws it in the direction of the resilient sphere. And when it hits it, a firestorm erupts around that sphere.
Ooh.
Like nuking all of the people running into it, or baking me inside of it?
I mean, you are hot.
Well, thank you. But
but everyone around just kind of like screams and is burned to ash almost instantly.
My hat!
Yeah, you do not have a hat anymore.
No!
The collection will always be incomplete.
Do I have mending?
There is
Do I
not
have
enough of the hat to mend.
Oh.
You're just over there with like
No.
ashes trying to figure out.
This is an Enochian black mage casting a 7th level firestorm.
No, that's
Touche.
fair. That would be
Touche.
how it goes.
Yeah, you
Uh,
will never complete.
my hat collection.
Just holding this kid, I'm like, what just happened?
Pretty quickly, as soon as the firestorm begins, it ends, leaving not even the bones of those who were attempting to get in remaining.
I think you turned your dehydrator on a little too high, Rachel.
Oh, please! I knew you were fine.
High five.
High five. And with that, those like snowflakes that were above your head, they begin to glow as you all begin to teleport. And the child is left to his own devices.
Can I throw bread out before we decorporealize?
Yep.
Okay, here's some food. You can do it. Let me.
I try to catch him as like he's slipping through my
Oh.
teleporting self. I'm just like, oh, that sucks for him. Sorry.
Do things that we leave behind seem to stay there? I mean, like the hat the 3 hats that I've stolen have
This is
earned.
not a
The 3 hats
separate
that I've earned.
this is not a separate dimension, not a separate time. This is just like down the road. So whatever you do down the road is happening now, and then will continue to happen whether you are there or not.
I see. In that case, I am going to toss him a card.
Very big of you, Uo.
No, it's for
Selfish
reasons.
reasons.
Not selfish reasons. It's for the reasons of the universe and the
Well, that-
machinations of space-time.
You wouldn't have time to toss him a card as the teleportation has already began. If you had like maybe a bonus action or a free action, but not a full action.
I mean, I could, as a bonus action, reshuffle the cards or redraw a card.
But
on my
actually,
current level.
tossing one, no.
A hat.
Interact with object. Yeah, you could toss him a hat.
All right. I'm going to toss him
Oh.
whichever furry one is on top of my hat stack.
So is that the elk one? Was it last place
I
we
think
were?
the elf
Oh, I
one was
think-
the last
yeah.
one.
Toss him the elk hat.
And
I'm sure it means something.
you're able to confirm that he picks it up before you are whisked away back to the tower, where the center door, all 4 phrases are lit up.
Did we?
We need to run,
When?
guys. Someone's here watching us. Run, run.
Oh,
No, there's a big
okay.
central door now, isn't there? Was there a big central door, or
There is a big central door, yeah.
Let's open it. What could go wrong?
Yeah, let's get in. Close the door. Come on, guys. Shh, go, go, go. Before the snowy owl comes.
Yeah.
So are you all running in?
Sure. What could go wrong?
Absolutely.
Jeremy, could you do the thing you do where you make the map happen?
Boom. Done.
oh no?
Not that you need it,
Right?
because you don't. But it's
Clearly not.
pretty, and I made it, and you should look at it. And
You
by
made
made it,
this?
I mean I just pulled a pre-made thing.
Oh, okay.
That counts, right?
It totally counts. It's beautiful.
100%.
So you walk in, and you enter this circular room, that has these 4, I guess, tapestries hanging on the northeast, northwest, southeast, and southwest.
Okay.
with a table down in the center. And underneath the tapestry, there is a small amount of gold, silver, and like gems, and some type of item on each one.
Can we tell what kind of items they are?
Yeah, just let me know what direction you want, and I will let you know.
Oh no. Touching
I mean-
is dangerous in places like this.
Right? I mean, we're next to the top one, so just out of instinct, I'd probably look that way.
Okay. So the one up north, uh, the banner is almost like a battle. This red banner that seems to be a battle in nature. And there is about like 25 gold, 12 silver, 4 rubies, and this mace-looking thing.
Does the mace look like the mace that Astrid has? Or
No.
is it different? Okay.
Oh, not mace. Ball and chain. What's that mace? What's that
Oh,
one called?
Morningstar.
Yeah, Morningstar, but just a ball, no like spikes off.
Okay. I mean, I dig the subject material, but I'm confused as to why there's just money laying around. So I'm not gonna touch it.
Yeah, that's fair.
This all smacks of magic, so I'm gonna wait and see what the others do.
So what do you all do? Rachel is booking it.
Yeah, asking Rachel what she's doing, and I
Yeah.
guess following Rachel.
She books it down to the south where there is the tapestry down there, a couple bookshelves, and this table that has an odd-looking box on it, similar-ish to the one Uso gave you, at least in size, but definitely not in design.
Okay.
Just checking out this map, trying to figure out like the crack is here.
Is this hand on the floor? Like this hand symbol?
There, not a hand symbol. There is a symbol there, and if you look around, it actually extends, although it's not as obvious as it is like right here.
All right,
It actually extends all the way around the room.
I'm gonna do my best to not step on it, and just kind of move a little bit after Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
Vera, Uo, what is this?
How long does it take to use Eyes of the Elemental? I feel like I would kind of want to like feel out and see where we are.
As an element, I think that's like one action to start, isn't it?
Okay, I would like to do that then and just be like, where are we?
Let me get a quick read on what that one does again. While that's happening, Uo, what are you doing?
Maybe having a chat with the stars, but I think the most important thing to do is begin the ritual spell Detect Magic. So I will be laying out cards to begin kind of getting a read for the room. As this is clearly has been guarded by magic, it's probably teeming with magic. Rachel's over there looking really excited, so should probably get a read on the sort of magic that's actually here before I start foxing with anything.
Gotcha. Okay, so you start talking to your elemental friend about where are you, and you get the impression that you're on an island, like very very north, island very very north, very far from where Porta Temporea is, like almost half the planet away from Porta Temporea. How Sister Frida travels back and forth makes no sense. You also gain a little bit of information though. Every once in a while, one of the elementals will be like, will say you're in a different dimension. almost like static coming through.
And elementals don't lie, right? They just,
No.
yeah, okay. Interesting. Thanks, buddies. Air 5. So we're in a different dimension. We're on an island. Beaches are nice. You know, it's cold though. Cold beach, very north. So that's where we are. Any reads from you, Uo?
Uo, as you're laying out your cards, you hear a voice in your head. You are a wise one.
Mr. Grinch.
Oh, that is what she should say. She's gonna say it. Screw it. You're a wise one, Mr. Grinch. Would you like my blessing?
Mm.
I will need more information as to what this blessing is. Is it a blessing of the stars?
No response.
Does it cost?
Wow. I mean, if it doesn't involve rearranging constellations to suit my needs, then it's probably not worth the blessing. As that is obviously what is meant to be.
Hmm.
You can change fate if you can change the stars. That's how it works. Pretty sure.
Are you all going to look at anything else in the room? Nope.
Yeah, once Detect Magic's up, I'll be looking at everything.
Well, you will not have time for that. Sadly. Fira, at some point you hear breathing, like one of your elemental friends, but it's not an elemental. It actually sounds more avian in nature.
Okay. Oh, Lord.
And you look behind you, and towering over you, honestly, is a 9-foot owl with human hands kind of hunched over, just kind of looking around.
So I'm not going to look up at their face because it's the Isolisk, right? So as far as my assumptions, which I'm holding strong to.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel!
And she's like, yeah, what? I'm reading. What is it?
Look!
And then she she's learned some good stuff. No, she'll listen to you. She was like, oh jeez. As right behind Fira is a massive owl who's like, no, please continue. I didn't mean to bother you from invading my home.
I mean, the door was open.
Really? Because I remember locking this door through multiple trials.
Is Trials really locked?
I mean, it is to people who aren't thieves.
Well,
Technically, a trial is an invitation.
Yeah, what if it's a trial of character?
I'll ask you again. Why are you here?
I'm going to be looking between the owl and Rachel, and the owl and Rachel.
I know, right? I have
Rachel's
no
the one
idea.
Rachel's the one who brought us here.
Right, we're supporting our friends. What are you doing here?
We are working on our third year project to become third year students, and this is part of the project.
But it's not extra credit, because apparently we're not supposed to do extra credit.
No, it's accelerated track.
Break anything. It's not like we caused damage to the school, right? There's no damage here. Everything's fine. Especially our character and values, which is how we pass those trials.
Yep.
This is interesting. Give me a charisma check, all three of you. I want
Oh,
to
God.
finish that
Oh no.
So charismatic.
The gauntlet has
Let's see here.
thing.
Charisma, just a straight charisma check.
Straight charisma.
Be
Dang,
prepared for that
Vera.
chop.
Woo! Bringing it.
So Fira, perhaps it's because you're the closest, and she's a nearsighted owl. You don't know why, but she looks at you, and that feeling of dread you had is still there, but slightly less.
Wonderful.
And she says, you are interesting. I wonder if you would garner her interest.
I was really tired of garnering ladies' interest.
I was gonna say you just get everybody's attention, don't you?
Even the whales. I don't know what I'm doing. Just trying to be nice, guys. Fear is just nice lady from the volcano. All right, she doesn't need to be in everybody's club.
But everyone wants Fear in the club.
Oh my gosh,
fine.
Fear just wants a nice nap by a fire.
So then this creature looks at you and says, this is what I'll do. Since a trial is what was it, an invitation?
I did not use that word. No.
I will invite you all to stay alive.
I concur.
I have some work to be done away from here, but I can't really get away. So how about I send you in my stead? I mean, you've been posing as my emissaries for days now.
Oh, you're Lilith. Oh, it's nice to meet you. I really didn't know what I was expecting.
So what say you?
I'm definitely checking for Rachel's permission.
Yeah, we do need to get our teacher's note before we can.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's our
Vera already
teacher back there.
graduated, but our
So
grade's writing on
Rachel
this.
has an idea of what is happening. Rachel's going to roll an intelligence check. Luckily, Rachel's actually pretty smart. So Rachel is going to start walking and talking very loudly and kind of center on this, like, in the center of that symbol. She's going to say things like, I think, as a group, we are strong. And perhaps as a group, if we work together, our group can survive whatever trial you throw at us.
Should I be taking notes? Because is there going to be a test later?
Rachel, do you have sending?
I'll say what the teacher said.
You have to spell message, which is like the cantrip version of it.
Rachel is not about like talking to people either. She's a lot about like killing people.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, she can't communicate with you all.
Sending is like Facebook of 5e, guys. We all just need to get in on the social networking, all right?
Get in on the network.
Yeah. She stops in the middle of this symbol.
So while trying to figure out if I have note paper to write down what she's saying, I'm going to go stand next to her.
And I'm just going to back up because she's my teacher, obviously. I did not graduate yet.
Lilith sticks her hand out and puts it on your shoulder. I don't know why you keep getting the attention of these horrific.
What could go wrong?
It's probably fine.
The whales weren't this handsy, Lilith.
Before when that happens, Rachel says, "By the way, Lady Lilith, I think that's what they've been referring to you as. Do you know what these tapestries are? And Lilith kind of looks around and kind of scoffs. She's like, well, I only care about the one down south. That is the one that represents who I work for.
What's on that one?
I know, I'm gonna look.
That one, for lack of a better word, has the Grim Reaper. You know, with the cloak and the skull face and the scythe.
Hmm.
And Lilith seems to be particularly interested in our Rogadin.
Yes,
friend at the moment.
although apparently everyone is interested in the Rogadin friend.
Right? Come be my emissary, everyone.
Well, it's going to happen again because it's just such a great spell, and I have a spell slot for it.
Oh boy.
Resilience Sphere.
Nice.
I will just.
You know
Resilience
that.
Sphere, the Rogadin.
I mean, they are connected. So,
Would it chop off her fingernails then?
Well, let's find out. Here.
We'll just make sure that she's protected from the bird thing.
And I also feel like I'd say something like, I appreciate you want me to stay here, but I am not a child. And just like awkward stare her because I get it, but come on. And then if she loses her hand at that point, Fira really won't feel bad.
You know what? Yeah. Let's say you can cast that, bump her hand off. You are now in Odaluke's, or we'll say Uwo's resilience sphere. Rachel says, "Oh, fuck."
Oh no.
At you and says, "I don't think Death is going to appreciate this."
Death comes when death is meant to be there, and not a single moment before or after.
You have it wrong, child. Death has been here for years.
I have never been wrong. I'm always correct.
And I'm not a child either.
Death has
And
been
I'm not a child. I'm a man.
Yeah.
I can legally buy beer. Thank you very much. I just don't drink it because it'll
In
stop
3
my growth.
realms.
Then why don't you recognize that death has come for this world and it's already too late to save it?
Oh, is that why everything's fucked up?
Technically, the world doesn't end. I've seen it, and it's not over. Although, some stars blow up, and I would like to know more about that.
She begins to look like she's going to attempt to scratch through the resilience sphere. And then she looks at you after you say that phrase, and it's like, I have the answers you seek.
Go on.
And then, for the first time since Fira has come back to school, the attention is not on her, but on Uo.
Whoa, woo! Welcome.
The creature walks over Uo and just stares down at you as she towers over twice your height.
Cherubic smile.
She looks around and grabs you by the face and kind of twists you.
Oh dear.
If you can survive my test, I'll give you the answers.
As a team?
Those of weak will cannot. And Rachel's like, no. But feel free to give me an insight check to see if Lilith is lying. The Lady Lilith of Lies.
Well,
Is that her name?
No, it should be though. Play like alliteration. 14. From what you can tell from an owl-faced creature, she actually seems legit. Both in the I have the answers you seek, but also in the it'll hurt to take this test.
His last test didn't hurt. I mean, they were cold. We may have a new ward, but we left him behind, so we probably won't be able to be awarded custody in a court of law because we abandoned him in the snow. I mean, I'll take your test, but I can't speak for these guys.
Before you can even finish speaking,
You agreed. Damn
you agreed.
I
Both
I
hands
mean, I
just
like
come and like clasp your head, and because of the size difference, like her hands wrap entirely around, and she bends down like an owl about to pick up a gerbil, and just breathe this frost into you. I need you to maybe a Constitution saving throw.
Super good at that.
And Rachel's like, no, I said no.
I lean over to Rachel and I'm like, technically you said,
Technically, that's what she said. Yeah. I mean, 8. 8 on the Constitution. It's my strong suit is calling.
Right?
Super good at it.
Oh boy. Does he get unicorn inspiration?
Unicorn is pretty.
I
love it.
would, but it's still just a 12.
Oh. Okay.
Hold on, I'm sure I've got something here.
You have
Dude. Maybe not. All I've got is guidance, or that wouldn't help with a save, I don't think.
Do you like
Check, I
resist
don't know.
elements or anything like that?
Nope.
Darn.
No.
and you all watch
What happens?
as Uo turns into a Uo-sickle
What? Go
as the
figure.
cold infuses into his body, and he, much like Rachel, not a day before, is
Oh,
now an ice statue.
he's been frozen in carbonite. He should be well protected. If he survived this freezing
I
process,
mean,
that is.
no offense, but at least it'll be easier to carry him. We can handle this.
Right?
We can handle this. Yes. Just backpack him with some straps. We got boom, charge. Got it.
So she looks down, disappointed. Guess he wasn't the one after all.
Just gonna try again.
What is Rachel
I
doing?
got my library card.
Rachel has this frantic look in her eyes as she's like looking around, trying to figure out essentially how to save everybody.
So I'm gonna like kind of like lift my gunblade towards the owl person and be like, huh, yeah, no, yeah.
Do you
Can I get Uo in the bubble? Can I like reach out or anything?
Oh, well, the
I'm just
bubble
trapped in the
is
bubble.
gone now.
Oh, it's gone? Okay, I'm gonna get Uo slowly and non-threateningly and just get as far as I can before anything else happens.
I mean, as of now, with Uo being an ice statue, you have her attention again.
And what does Rachel do in response? Does she want me to gunblade the owl?
If Rachel has that spell, she will want you to gunblade the owl. Does Rachel have that spell, though? You know what? Rachel's like, screw it. Actually, no. I know what Rachel does. Sophira, you have Uo, and you're moving away, right? So as you're moving away, 1 second, what was in your hand as Lilith is following you. The next second, what was not there?
So frisky, even in ice form.
What
So much for carrying him easier.
was with Rachel, who is back by Trondheim, where she's like, "Get over here!"
Okay, I'm
That's
gonna
initiative.
gust. Can I do like gust out of my hand behind me and like run at the same time? I don't know if you can rocket fuel in Final Fantasy, but
I
I'll
feel
do my
like you
best.
should be able to rocket
Love it.
fuel.
Right?
Okay, I would absolutely gust and like run at the same time and try to do anything possible. It's not gonna be pretty. Not gonna be pretty.
Are you Naruto running, like the arms behind, and you're just kind of like raiding Area 51 with your arms behind you?
Oh yeah, Naruto run. Yeah, with the gust fingers, absolutely.
So
Yeah.
you're able to get to your friends. Lilith is going to attack you, but it's going to attack you with disadvantage because of your vast amounts of speed. Let's see. What can you do, Lilith? Oh, you can't do much. Disadvantage, yeah. So she misses.
It's not nice. I'm gonna yell back when I'm running. People are so rude.
And then we're going to need to do initiative to see if Lilith can get to you before Rachel can do what Rachel want to do.
I roll a 0.
Rachel, do the initiative. Draw time roll. Oh, luckily Rachel rolled a 17.
Good for you, Rachel, because I got a 6.
Right.
So Rachel starts casting teleport.
Okay.
In an
Oh.
attempt to get you away from this creature. And the issue is, as the creature sees Rachel casting teleport, she kind of stops in her tracks and chuckles. The teleportation spell goes off. And when you come to, you're in this desolate wasteland. Red grounds, the sky has this like blackish gray clouds with like crackling purple lightning.
That doesn't sound familiar, but just verifying. This is not familiar, right?
This
You've
is
not
not,
been here?
this is
Okay.
not familiar. You end up on the ground. Even Rachel's confused, and you look up to see 3 or 4 interesting creatures, depending on what a creature is. There is a man wearing a sweater vest and khakis, holding a doll that is looking at you with its head kind of cocked. Behind them is this massive humanoid creature, purple skin, purple leathery skin, kind of caressing her hands, and behind that is some sort of flesh golem type thing.
We
I
end up in
mean-
Vampire the Masquerade.
Love it. Welcome to the world of darkness.
Right.
You look around, and the night hag says, "I've never had souls come to me." Well, isn't this interesting?
No.
Uh-oh.
Please stand up. How can I be of service to you?
Gonna look around. If there's an owl lady that chases after us, you could stop her.
Oh, Lilith? Oh no, it's fine. Lilith doesn't like it here. It's too warm for her.
It is rather comfy.
It's not comfy though. It's not hot, but it's the worst parts of having a lot of humidity and having no humidity at the
yeah.
same time. So your
Okay.
eyeballs like really dry and like itchy, but you're also like kind of sweaty and
Sticky,
weird, but you
right.
can't really breathe.
Sounds
But
like
it's
a
just
volcano. I'm good. No.
I'm gonna lean into it's still better than freezing to death. So because now
Probably
that's
better
just,
than
that's
freezing. Yeah. it.
It's like the second time. Just not a
True.
fan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this could be
Um,
true. But like Lilith, if you did run from Lilith, she will come and find you at some point.
Rachel, where are we?
And she is once again doing her, no. This was not the plan. And she
She's in
like gets
denial.
up and like pushes the guy in the sweater vest out the way, and he's like, "Hey!" And she's like, "Okay, listen here. How did we get to Avernus?" And she's like, "I don't know. You tell me how you got to Avernus. I didn't bring you here."
I'm gonna
Figure
pass
out.
out snacks. Hello.
Nice.
Since we're non-threatening, I'm gonna like just. All right, we're all friends. I'm gonna offer one to the doll and just kind of hold it there, like you win. No,
And the
no?
doll like reaches out and grabs it, and it's like, "Oh, I like this snack. This is delicious."
Legit. Just sweater man, purple person, blob friend. All right, then just try to back Rachel up. You do your thing, girl.
The only one who does not partake in the snacks is the flesh ogre type thing. It's just kind of back there. Its head like follows you or whoever's the last person that moved. So like when Rachel came up, its head followed her. Then you start passing on a second, head was following you.
When I notice that, I'm gonna test it.
And so as you like run, the head follows. You run behind it, and the head turns like 180 degrees. And then if you go behind it even more, the head snaps all the way 180 degrees around. And then
Impressive.
follow you.
Good job. All right. I'm gonna go back to my safety circle of friends.
While she's doing that, I'm gonna lean into Rachel and point at Uo and be like, "Can you do anything about that?"
not if you want me to kill him. And then let's just skip ahead to the fun part. Mad Maggie is like, I can help you though.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Wait, how? Wait.
I assume you want him
Fireball.
not to be an ice statue anymore. This is Lilith's handiwork. She sent multiple ice statues here, so I've had to learn how to stop it. Of course, I can't do things for free. I'm a businesswoman.
Ah, I respect.
She just gave you a
What
snack.
are businesswomen interested in?
I have a few favors. If you could do any of these favors for me, I could do some favors for you, huh?
Like what? More snack?
No, I have plenty of snacks.
Okay.
Do you need your house dusted, or like garbage
She's a
taken
great
out?
duster.
I was thinking, just delivering something to a school. You may have heard of it, Porta Finis.
No, those people.
Delivering what?
Just a coin. And she takes out like a bag, and it's not a coin you've seen.
Mm.
It is slightly bigger than a normal coin. It has like a face on it.
Mm.
So you just bring one of these to Porta Finis.
Can I just like look at it and make sure, like, I don't know if this is a weird military thing, but every time I get a package, I'm like, okay, any leakage, any wires, any like suspicious whatever.
Right?
I feel like
Is it
Fira
ticking?
might have a mind like that. Could I like look at the coin and be like, is this explode or summon the apocalypse?
You don't even have to roll for that. You pick it up and you immediately feel this like horrific sense of, let's see, which one is it? Of rage emanating from the coin.
Ooh.
See.
Like human rage and suffering.
I see. That is certainly an option. We have the ability to possibly do that one. You mentioned several favors. What are some other things you need help with?
Yes. I have a friend who has a traveling mercantile shop, if you will. He actually has a lot of things. You could just go and tell him we are on for Saturday Night Poker. That would be just superb.
Just get her that message.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds pretty easy.
Doesn't it?
Or what was the last favor? Did you say you had 3?
Yes, the last favor is slightly less easy. Avernus has gotten a little loud since
Mhm.
war showed up.
Could see
So
that.
if you could either get rid of her and her friends, or those demons that are hanging out, or even Zariel. Like, I don't dislike Zariel, but there's too many people vying for the same thing here. So if you could just do one of those things, that would be I would owe you a lot if you did that.
A lot. Good to know. Okay, great. So, because this is just one spell, so it's nice to know the a lot thing. Okay, let me go talk to my associates
Of
and see
course.
how we can assist this local businesswoman.
Of course. And she turns around and then she does that thing where she like turns around and then says, "Oh, by the way, if you agree to any of these, I will outfit you with your very own. What did they call you in your plane of existence? A car, a vehicle.
Oh, a vehicle. You can make vehicles.
I have plenty of vehicles here.
Oh, wonderful.
You can even take your pick of vehicles.
Oh, that's actually pretty fantastic.
Just wanted to throw that in case you were interested.
Is there any extra fees associated with this
Oh
favor to get
no.
the vehicles? Okay.
I consider it part of the deal. I mean, Avernus is a large place. The quicker you can get places, the easier it is to fulfill your end of the deal.
Can I inspect the vehicle?
Of course. And so you go outside to the vehicles, and this is essentially a junkyard with multiple vehicles. And she like kicks some devils away. It's like, beat it. We have customers. And there are 4 types of vehicles. Oh, this is not the book I am looking for.
So
That's
wait,
not
what you're
the
saying is
vehicle
she's a
book.
used car salesman? Is that what you're saying? Is that what
She
you're telling
said she
us?
was a businesswoman.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
It's
No one
funny.
asked what type of business she had.
Right?
It's not just cars. She's doing all of the businesses.
Oh yeah.
You got to multitask in hell, because
So there
You have
are
to. The rent
4
is so
types of
expensive there.
vehicles. There is the Devil's Ride, which is most familiar as a motorcycle. The Tormentor is like a dune buggy. And all these vehicles have spikes, and some have like saws, some have like
Mad
rockets.
Max.
This is full on Mad Max.
Nice.
that's
The Demon
amazing.
Grinder, a bulky armored coach, and the Scavenger. So essentially, like, it goes small to large, Devil Ride, Tormentor, Scavenger, and then the Demon Grinder, which is like the largest one with like wrecking balls and harpoons and chompers.
What?
Kind of
I just go
fabulous,
and
don't
lean
you?
on that one, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe this one over here. I start petting it like you were petting Rachel.
That fits all of it, right? He's petting car. Yeah, these seem adequate. We'll talk amongst our associates and see how we'll be able to trade services.
Yeah, and then she walks away and says, "Oh, and by the way, there is one more thing." And she like puts her arms around Rachel, and she's like, "I've been looking for Rachel for quite some time now. She owes me for a deal we struck a couple centuries ago. Isn't that right, Rachel? I think it's time she paid the piper."
I feel like we're loading a lot of services on while you still are asking for help. So how about we help you out? And so that's a good faith trust from Rachel, right? We help you out first. Okay, using the vehicle is graceful. I believe we have a favorite already. And we'll assist in your business. She's not a flight risk, and then we'll talk. Is that work for everybody?
I think it does, yes.
Fira's like, how did I get here? I just wanted to visit the school. She's like starting to like fray in her mind. Like, I don't understand how we got here. Purple lightning and red ground.
So I think that's where we're actually going to call it, with the discussion of what quest to take in the first layer of the 9 layers of hell of Avernus.
Yay!
We are beginning our descent into Avernus.
Ooh.
Rachel, with her vampiric ways, is starting to make a little more sense. Also explains why she was slightly more less Rachel when she came here. Not because she was afraid. Rachel's never afraid, but she owes some very powerful people some powerful shit, and she didn't want to pay just yet.
So we
Isn't that
also
always
should probably
the way?
get some like prepayment in the way that we get Uo unstatuified first.
You
Otherwise,
get the prepayment
okay,
the second you pick a thing.
okay, gotcha.
So the second you're like, we're gonna go kill Baphomet, then she's like, there you go.
Okay.
Let's not
Just
do that.
Baphomet,
That's not
just that one.
Yeah, just
Hey,
Baphomet. That's
Hey,
fine.
you're frozen. You don't get a vote. That's what you get for failing your test.
For failing your
That's fair.
test. Oh my
Oh,
god.
That's fair.
by the way,
You should have studied.
you all
So
level.
I'm pretty sure there was a vision dealing with Zariel, Zariels, and Zanzibar.
Well, because
Zariel.
you were frozen by Lilith, you would know that that vision was not a Zariel vision.
Oh, the vision with, but I thought Zariel was mentioned in the, at some point, wasn't she?
Nope, the Lady of War
Was it
was
in the library or something? Dealing with during that last library session.
So many weeks ago.
so many weeks
It
ago.
was.
If Zariel was mentioned, Zariel was not mentioned as the one that's going to cause the end of the world.
That
That
would
was
be
some-
No,
us.
it wasn't in reference to the end of the world. No, it was mentioned. It was in reference to demons or angels or something. So I was looking into entities that.
Oh, yeah. No, that was not Zariel. That specific entity was called the Lady of War and Destruction, which sounds like Zariel.
And that's the
But
one that
there's
has
some-
her eye on Pharaoh, right?
Yes. I'll tell you
Along
right
with-
now, Zariel could give a shit about any of you.
Yet.
But the Lady of War and
Fira
Destruction
is going to get her attention too.
is interested in Fira. Lilith
I'm
assumes
gonna dye
whoever...
my hair and start wearing like more layers and see if I
Right.
can hide.
Put on
Just
some
hide now.
put on some glasses and just be
Big old
like, I am in
sunglasses.
disguise, right? You can't
Yeah.
recognize me.
I don't talk to whales and bad people. What? No.
Lilith
I can
assumes
think of
Death
the thing.
would be interested in Fira. Yeah.
More
So-
people just need to visit volcanoes. I mean, everybody would
I
be
think
happier
that's
if
the-
we
the
just
solution,
lived by
honestly.
volcanoes, right? I mean, I am just average amongst my people. Try to
Well, then, thank you all so much. I cannot wait for next week, where this thing happens.
Woo!
Woo!
Cool.
I will see you then.
Bye.
Bye.